And then we have S2 and its birthday. And we're going to say S1 plus equals, what does that mean again? Or what do we call that? Plus equal. Augmented assignment. Yeah. So that's the same as S1 equals S1 plus a blank space plus S2. So we're going to say happy plus a blank space plus birthday, and it comes out happy space birthday. So this is concatenating strings, adding them together, sticking one on the next to each other. Okay? That's concatenation. In Unix, if you ever learn Unix, it's just the word cat. You can just say cat. And you can put a file name there, like a file name or something. And it just spits out the characters. It spits out the whole file to your screen. Cat. It's short for concatenation. All right, so this is how you can repeat strings. Say I set up one little character, the greater than sign, and I set it to the variable, or I set the variable symbol equal to this one character. And then I say symbol multiply equal, so that's an augmented assignment with multiplication, 5. So it's like saying I want symbol to equal this, but 5 times, right? So that gives me 5 of these greater than signs altogether. So that's concatenating and repeating strings, okay? So let me just pull it up and show you that that does work. There's another way to do it as well. I think you could just say X, let's see, do I have X? Oh, X is hello. Do I have Y? No, I'll say Y equals, I think I can do this, oops, times 5. Let's see if that works. So I'm putting the symbol greater than times 5, and I think that makes 5 of those, yeah. I could say Z equals the plus sign times 25. So that should give me 25 plus signs. So that's kind of nice, right? Repeating. And let's look at concatenation again. So if I have X is hello, right? So I'll say X equals X plus Bill, right? So hello plus, and I put a space there, so now X says hello Bill. Okay, so that's so you can use the plus sign on strings. You're not adding them together, you're concatenating, putting them together like with glue. And I think that brings us to your next little assignment at your desk, which is kind of cool. So I want you to use the augmented assignment. Right, there we go. So I want you to use the augmented assignment operator to concatenate your first and last name. So whatever, so Tim, fine. And then I want you to use the multiply equal operator to create a bar of asterisks with the same number of characters as your full name and display the bar above and below your name. Okay? So here's an example very similar to what you're going to need to do, but I'm using dashes instead of asterisks. So I say my first name is Bill, F name. My last name, L name, is Smith, space Smith. And I'm creating a new variable called full name equals F name plus L name. So my first and my last. This concatenates them together. So that'll say Bill space Smith. And then I create a variable called dashes with a single dash. And here I'm saying dashes equals dashes times the length of my full name. So that's going to create, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should create 10 dashes because that's the length of Bill Smith. And then I'm going to do a formatted print, dashes, followed by a new line, full name, a new line, and then dashes. Okay, so I want you guys to do this with your own names and use asterisks instead. And you don't have to write a Python script, you can just do it right in the interactive terminal window. And yeah, just raise your hand. And I'll come and help you if you get stuck. Yeah, this means concatenate in Unix. Unix would look like that. If you guys are thinking about taking Unix, I'd recommend it. It's good. Good thing to know, having your tool belt as a computer science professional. It's got new jobs. Yeah, servers, big time. Linux. Unix, Linux, same thing. Yeah. Unix is free and Linux is, I mean, Unix costs money, but Linux is free. Yeah, Linux is really, it's almost like viruses can't penetrate it very easily. It just runs, it just works. You know? It doesn't crash. It doesn't need updates all the time.
Modern IBM systems in business use that now?
Linux, yeah.
Unix?
Yeah. Yeah, most servers are using Linux and stuff like that. This little program that I wrote a long time ago to keep track of all the track meets and the whole database, I wrote the whole thing in Linux 20 years ago. But I was using Perl. I'd probably use Python now. Perl is really a lot like Python. Very similar. P-E-R-L. You guys ever heard of a lamp stack? I talked about that before. Lamp. If you put that on your resume, it stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL, and Python.
Okay, I just did Linux.
So Linux is the operating system, Apache is the web server, MySQL is the database server, and Python is your scripting language. So that's how most people write. If you're going to create a server that's going to be a web server or something like that, you're going to do something. Yeah, you create a timestamp.
Right now on my resume.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be, you will need to do your first name and last name, so kind of like F name, so your first name, L N last name, and you gotta concatenate the combiner,
Oh, you didn't create last name. Oh.
and then they both got like that Bill Smith, so you have to like have
You could do.
actually, but I'm doing it right now, it could be easy.
Oh, you didn't give it.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of copy what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
that was that,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to,
This space. Without having a space right there. There it is. You would just put a space right in here. Right in here. Yeah. Because this prints out exactly as it is. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, there's a way you can do it. Right here, you have to mess with it. No, you could, if you wanted, you could say asterisk, and then you could say new line, and then you could say F name, and then a space, and then curly braces, L name,
you have
and
to
then a new line,
you should need to put
as
your
an
name
asterisk.
with the double new text, like.
That's good. Yep, but a space, you need a space in there. So, yeah. So just, so you could add a space right in front of the M there, that would fit it. No, wait, what do you have in there? What? Oh, you're using underscore. Change that to asterisk.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Excellent. Just put spaces in there, because the formatted print, you just put spaces in between them. Yeah, because that just comes out exactly like it looks. Yeah. Good, okay, change it to asterisk though instead of asterisk. Yeah, good. Oh, it's these spaces in here. Because that's gonna print out exactly that. And then this, oh, that shouldn't be there. Or should it? That's an interesting question. I don't know if that matters. Okay, so just put a space in front of your S.
Oh, I see, because it's space.
Yeah. There you go. Looks good. Looks good. Mike, did you get it? Yeah, beautiful. Good. Anybody else want me to check their work? Did you? Yeah. Did you guys get it?
Yes.
Good, good, good. Maren, did you get it? Okay, very good, very good.
Yes, yeah. So it's kind of like that. I'm trying to see if I can get that space in
Four?
there.
Is there 4 things due today, guys? Or
3.
3?
2.
Oh, yeah, 2 now, yeah.
Tonight? Let me
Yeah.
scroll back up, I forgot.
It's just 6 plus 1 and
6 quick.
1.
Out of those three,
The only thing I
there
did
were
that
some
was
dates
put space.
So you got the quiz. Yeah, it's really 2 things, because the interview questions is this.
I don't know if there'd be another way.
So the interview questions is this question.
No, yeah,
So it's
works.
that,
seems like
that,
the Python
and that.
is pretty easy.
The lab is these 2.
Okay.
So you need to do the quiz, forget the interview, this, and this. Make sense? Yeah. And we already kind of went over all this already. Does anyone need me to look at their, did you get it? Okay.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, excellent. Good. Adrian, you got it?
Oh, you can string.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Oh, shoot, we only got 20 minutes. All right. Yeah, but I'd recommend you guys take Unix if you get a shot. Terrible thing.
And data structures was also a good recommend, but I think that we all need to, we have the prerequisite of problem solving 2 first.
Is that 131?
Yes, 131.
That's the next class after this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet with my boss because I want to teach that class, so I hope I get to teach the next one. I
Sign
wanna
up
show
for
you-
your C class.
I want to show you guys something just for kicks. Does anyone want to see the program I wrote 20 years ago? That's still in use today? SSPP commitment.